Willkommen to the Sportsman Untitled Euros edition. I'm joined by, well, it looks like Wayne Rooney and Paul Gascoigne, but it's actually Simon Lillibury and Sam Penfold. We're going to be talking predictions for the almighty European Championship starting this Friday. Boys, let's get stuck straight into it, and we're going to start off with the winners of the tournament. We're not starting small here. Simon, talk to me.
I'll jump straight in here. I mean, I think looking at the top teams in the tournament, Portugal are by far the best value. I think they've got arguably the second strongest squad potentially, perhaps after France. I know we talked a little bit before recording about kind of their individual talent in their starting 11. Perhaps England could outdo them 11 for 11, but if you look at the squad depth, I mean, you've got Jota, Felix, Ronaldo, Ramos all up front, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Palhinha, looks like he's going to Bayern Munich, Ruben Diaz, João Cancelo. It is a ridiculous squad, and they've got Roberto Martinez, who is an experienced international manager. He didn't quite get over the line with Belgium, but he did beat Brazil in a World Cup quarter-final, took them to within touching distance of beating France in that World Cup semi-final in 2018. I think they've got an experienced manager, one of the best squads, so I'm back in Portugal.
Back at the Portuguese. Sam?
I'm gonna play it safe, unfortunately, and as much as I'd like to say England, I'm gonna say France. I don't think you can look past everything they've done in their last 2-3 major tournaments. Kylian Mbappe speaks for himself. The French squad, we've all seen it. They could put out 5 starting 11s of world-class talent. Didier Deschamps, decorated at this level. There's no team that they will fear facing, and they've shown even in like the big game against like Argentina that when they needed to change tactics, when they needed to bring on different players and just do something a bit different, they were able to do it.
The only reason I'm slightly less keen on France, I mean, obviously they are clear favourites for a very good reason, but they don't have Hugo Lloris. I know he wasn't the best keeper, but he was captain, leader at the back. Now it looks like maybe Mike Maignan will start in goal. There's a bit of a question mark about him just because it's a change of keeper. And also Rafa Varane's retired. So, I mean, they've got loads of great centre-backs.
I mean, they've got William Saliba.
Upamecano. They've got a load of great centre-backs, but it is just a bit of change. Yeah. And like with England,
it's finding the right
change. Yeah, there are a few question marks. But I still think they're probably rightly favourites, yeah.
So Portugal and France.
What about you, Steve?
It's tough between the two, and just to offer a contrast, I'm actually just going to say England. I just think it's time. I just think it's been coming for a long time for England. They deserve to get their hands on some international silverware. This group, clearly a special one, with the players that are available, the Kanes, the Bellinghams, the Fodens. I mean, as much as we might have the better defence than Portugal with Ruben Diaz and Cancelo, and compare it to France with just, you've got about 30 centre-backs you can pick from. We have about three good ones, and Lewis Dunk. So,
well, we left some of the good ones off the plane.
We did. So I'm still going to say England. I just think it's going to come down to individual class and moments, and I think you look at someone like France, you see people like Bradley Barcola that's going to get a chance, and Ousmane Dembele. I think on the wings, other than Mbappe, I think they fall short in big games. You saw it with PSG this year, where both those two players that I said, they just looked pointless on the big stage, and Mbappe's sort of trying to do it all on his own, and I think he's proven that as much as he did it in the World Cup final on his own, if you get him in a semi-final, he isn't going to do it. He needs that biggest stage.
Walker can wrap
Kyle Walker,
up.
Pocket. So I'm going to go England. Portugal not winning it, I'd probably just say I feel like they're going to get undone by like penalties or something. You know, you can see like someone's going to get sent off, like Pepe's going to elbow someone. I feel
like they implode. I feel like the Portuguese, there might be a bit more harmony this time around, but I think in the last couple of major tournaments, you can see it when you get to that like last 16, that quarter-final stage. You can see them falling out with each other on the pitch because you've got such hot-headed like players like Ronaldo, like Bruno Fernandes. And I think that could be their downfall, where they just...
Potentially, obviously they
the
lost...
team cohesion doesn't quite suit that sort of big stage. But quality all round.
Alas, we'll move on to the player of the tournament.
I mean, if the player of the tournament usually goes to the winner, right? Yeah. The winning team. So it makes sense for me to pick a Portuguese player, given I think they're going to win it. And I'd go Bruno Fernandes, because I think Ronaldo, obviously, if he scores a ton of goals, he will get it. But I think for Portugal, Bruno Fernandes is arguably the most important player. He's certain to play almost every minute. He's got the most assists, I think, in qualifying. He is exceptional, guaranteed to start, guaranteed to shine, in my opinion. And I think it's a Portuguese team with a lot of attackers who could rotate. Bruno Fernandes won't be rotated, so I'm going to go Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes.
That'd be a bit of a shock. Sam, are you sticking with France?
I'm sticking with France, and I'm going for a player that we've already mentioned, William Saliba.
Oh, I thought you were going Mbappe.
No. I think Saliba's just had an incredible season at Arsenal, and I don't think he fears going up against any striker in Europe. He's physically dominant. He's very quick. He's like 6'3". His ability to just dominate the defence, win aerial balls, win the aerial duels. Kylian Mbappe will potentially win the award because it's a star name, but I think if you actually look at the numbers over the course of the tournament, it'll be clear to see that William Saliba will be the difference maker.
It's rare you get a defender winning one of those awards, so it would be a nice change because it's always...
But surely France would have to do something mental for a defender to win the award.
They might have not to concede a goal.
But not concede till the semi-finals or something. Do you think that'll happen?
They'll concede before the semi-finals, but I think the defence will win them the European Championship. So if he pockets Harry Kane comfortably in the semi-final,
fair play. Young player of the tournament.
Are we not getting your player of the tournament? Well, come on.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
It's got to be an Englishman.
It has got to be an Englishman. And
with the England flag behind him, he's going all out.
I'm going to stick in the midfield like you did with Portugal. I'm going to go with Declan Rice.
I just love that.
I think you're probably going to see he's the sort of player that could be on the edge of the box, just ready to just hit it first time, beat a keeper that gets caught out by the power of a shot. I think you might see that more than once this tournament. I think England, from set pieces, you haven't got Maguire, but you have got players that are really good at winning the second ball. And I think Declan Rice, if he can really become an attacking threat that way, compare that with the fact you've got forwards that are going to constantly want to turn in on themselves and look for that late runner. He can be that guy, and I just feel like offensively you've got a lot of potential there, and defensively, you know how good he is. You know he covers the ground. You know he can win big tackles and get stuck into it to attackers, attacking midfielders, wingers. He can kind of do it all. So I'm hoping.
I'd love it. Rice. I would love Declan
Rice. He crashed in on the box a lot for Arsenal this season, coming up with some big goals.
We'll get to it, but it depends who his midfield partner is, isn't it?
That's true.
If he's got a sensible, defensive-minded midfield partner, when we'll talk about the England team in a bit,
maybe
he could be given the licence.
Maybe that's where the young player of the tournament comes in.
Go on.
So
before we get into young player of the tournament, are we putting an age cap on this? Because obviously, like the Premier League do it, where you can be like 25 and win the young player of the year. Like
I think it's got to be like 20,
are we doing like 21?
I tell you what, I'll start us off because this player is definitely a contender. Lamine Yamal.
Oh.
Well, there we go. That's all three selections out the window.
You know what? You know, fun fact. They released loads of stories this morning saying he's going to be doing homework while he's at the Euros.
What's the point?
The Spanish school term ends next week.
Why does he need to?
What's he doing homework for? Yeah. He should be watching Holes because it's the only DVD they've got.
Well, in the Euros, he'll be watching goals because that's what he'll be scoring plenty of.
Beautiful.
He's 17 a day before the final, I believe. He's 16 years old. I think Spain will go pretty well. I think he's guaranteed to start on the right wing. I think he'll create. I think he'll score. I think he's had a good season. And I think it's quite an obvious pick. I don't think he's favourite, though. I think maybe Bellingham might be favourite to win it. He's certainly up there. He's a contender if England have a good tournament. But yeah, for me, I think Lamine Yamal's going to break onto the big stage or get injured in the first game and we don't see him.
Nice. Love that.
I'm going to go for a home nation player. We're going to see an unbelievable campaign from Jamal Musiala. I think he's had a sensational year with Bayern Munich and has done for 2 seasons now. I think he's going to make England regret not pushing harder to keep his services, which is weird when you're talking about international level football. But I just think he's built for this stage. He's 21 now.
Yeah.
He's ready to play at a major tournament. He's ready to kick on. Germany need a bright spark in the attacking third. I think he'll deliver it.
Nice.
There you go.
Young player tournament for myself. I just feel maybe stick with England again. We're going to do that. We're going to do it all. And I just think maybe
clean sweep.
I think maybe you're going to see Trent Alexander-Arnold probably fall out of the team quite quickly. I don't think that's going to work for Southgate, but I think he's going to see it's not going to work quite quickly. And I think his replacement is Adam Wharton.
Ooh.
As much as people obviously would probably prefer to go with Mainu, I just think that Mainu's more of a Rice replacement in that third game. And I think Wharton, because he's got the defensive mindset, is a really good foil for Rice to play next to, where he doesn't have to worry about going towards the box because Wharton will be there ready to pick up a loose ball, to recycle the ball and just keep possession for as long as possible. And I think it could be a special tournament for young Adam, but we'll see.
That will be incredible.
It will be good.
I'm loving your blue sky thinking with England here. I am.
I don't mind, mate. I don't mind. Get stuck in. Dark horses. Have you got one?
Do you want to start with one?
Denmark does not count.
Denmark doesn't count.
Because they are good.
For dark horses, we're taking out anyone that's the top 5 favourites, so that eliminates France, England, Portugal, Germany, and Spain.
Yeah. I would probably also take out Italy, Denmark, Netherlands.
Bloody hell, that's not half the tournament.
You don't know what a dark horse is?
My dark horses for Euro 2024.
He's going to say it. He's going to say Turkey.
I'm not going to say Turkey. No, Turkey. They've had their moment. They're going to do well. It feels weird calling Croatia dark horses because they seemingly are always at the latter stage of a major tournament, and I think at this point they shouldn't be as long odds as they are. But they've got a quality team, and they're tenacious, and they're never say die attitude, and they always find a way. Like we saw at the World Cup where they just didn't they go to like 3 games in a row and win on penalties or in extra time.
Livakovic pulling up.
Yeah, like they're just not going to roll over and be like, oh, do you know what? We're in a group with Spain and Italy. We'll just try and be the best third place team.
Yeah,
like they're going to go in there and they're going to ruffle some feathers, and I think we may see them in the quarterfinal, potentially the semis. I don't think they'll go all the way, but if I had to pick a dark horse, it would be Croatia.
Nice.
Similar lines for me in terms of a team that I think will make the quarterfinals unexpectedly. I'm going Ukraine. Ukraine I actually really fancy in this tournament. Obviously they've got some big name players in Zinchenko and Mudryk coming into a little bit of form, I think, at the end of the season. Yeah. They've also got the striker whose name I always can't pronounce, Dovbyk. La Liga's top goal scorer. They've been looking for a focal point. He should score quite a few goals in this tournament. They've got a pretty easy group in terms of Belgium, Slovakia, Romania. That's a group you should expect them to progress from. I think they could actually win that group. I don't think Belgium are all that. No. And then you've got Lunin in goal, who was absolutely incredible for Real Madrid. Yeah. Very harsh to be dropped for the Champions League final. I think they've got the basis of a really solid team. I think they'll definitely get out of the group, and I think they could cause problems in the knockout stages for a lot of the bigger nations.
Nice.
Well, they got a draw with England a few, 18 months ago?
Yeah, in the seemingly never-ending number of friendlies against Ukraine for England. But it's entertaining. My dark horse is I'm going to go with Hungary. I feel like they're such a difficult team to play. The staunch defence, and especially with Milos Kerkez now having a year of Premier League experience at Bournemouth, I think he is genuinely going to be an incredible left-back for the years to come. He's going to end up at a big club, maybe even this summer, I know. Some of the big six are sniffing around him in the Premier League, and you never know where he's going to end up. And I just feel with say like Salah playing next to him, it's a really good unit as a defence. They can get in a nice low block against a team like a France, and maybe see what Switzerland did to them last time in the Euros, where you can take them to extra time, you can bring a bit of pain, you can send them to penalties, and then it is anybody's game.
So they've also got Szoboszlai, obviously, in midfield, and a striker whose name escapes me, who's just come into the team for Hungary. He's scored 6 goals in 11 international caps, and he's got 20 goals in 24 games for Ferencváros. I can't remember his name, but he's going to be class.
Did you get that from another podcast?
No, I got that from my preview that I wrote this morning.
Oh, unbelievable.
Come on, Sam, respect the king.
Come on, man, respect.
Right, dark horse is done. Flops. This can be team, this can be players, this can be manager. Hit me with it.
Flops.
Or do you want me to start with the flop?
Please, if you could start.
It's nice and simple.
Some thinking.
My flop is nice and simple, and that is, hate to say it, Phil Foden. I'm sticking with England.
But we can't afford for him to be a flop.
We can.
Oh.
You got so many other options. He hasn't turned up in an England shirt yet, and it's looking like he never will. He plays friendlies. He looks awful. He doesn't create for others. He doesn't really score. it doesn't look like it's going to happen for him in English yet, and that's fine. It doesn't happen for everybody in the international stage, and that doesn't really tell you if you're a good player or not, because you can still play well for your club. But I just don't think he's going to do very well for England this campaign.
I will go Italy. I think there's a chance Italy don't get out of the group. I think they are unfortunate to be paired with Spain and Croatia. I think Spain are certainly superior to them. I think Croatia, we've already mentioned, touched upon, very decent side. They should be Albania. Doesn't mean they will. And it feels a bit mad to me that we're talking about the holders of the Euros that could potentially go out in the group stage. So I think that's fair enough reason.
Didn't even qualify for the World Cup. So
didn't qualify for the World Cup.
History.
I don't think it's going to be a great tournament for them.
No.
Feels a bit harsh calling them flops. Scotland. I think there's a lot of, not expectation, but a lot of hope. And rightfully so. You're at a major tournament. You're there to enjoy yourself. Against the likes of Hungary and Switzerland, you may think you're going to get something. But as you've touched upon, Hungary are a very good team. Switzerland, we've seen, are always resilient and always show up. They've got Granit Xhaka in the midfield, who's just had a superb campaign with Bayer Leverkusen. And then obviously you win the hosts and you're playing them on opening night. Yes, great stage. Screaming out for an upset. But you're not going to get one. Scotland go home without a point. And it's going to be a very disappointing summer for those north.
Pointless summer for the Scots.
Yeah.
Harsh. Outrageous prediction. I mean, you can probably encapsulate that Scotland prediction as an outrageous prediction.
What, with 0 points?
0
How
points.
many goals?
How many goals did they score?
Scott McTominay scores 1 against Switzerland. That's about it.
That it?
Yeah.
No one else?
They're going to be playing Scott McTominay as a false 9.
He does it quite well, actually.
He
Battered
has
Spain.
got-
I think Scotland
Battered
will be...
Spain.
I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
think Scotland will be any good. I think their form running into the Euros has been really poor. I think the lack of a true number 9, not that they've had one of those for a very long time, is going to hurt them. And I don't see it happening for them. So yeah, Scotland to go out with no points and 1 goal. There you go.
Harsh.
My outrageous prediction, and I'm going to come on to England here because I haven't talked about them yet. My England top scorer for this tournament, Anthony Gordon.
Anthony Gordon!
That
is a shout.
I think if you look at he's like 33-1, right, to be England's top scorer.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about Phil Foden. England have no width and no pace in those positions behind Kane. I think Gordon finds his way into the team fairly quickly on the left-hand side. He could even start the first game, wouldn't be a surprise. I think when you've got Kane, Bellingham, Foden, maybe Palmer, all occupying that same central space, you need a runner in behind. He did all right in the friendly. I just think this could be an incredible tournament for him. I don't think England win it. I don't even think they get to the final. But I can see Gordon getting maybe 3-4 goals and being England's top scorer by the end of the tournament.
But where do you see England? Where do you see Gordon having space to run in behind when we're playing Serbia, Slovenia, and Denmark?
Denmark. I understand your point, but just because the team's playing deep doesn't mean you don't need a bit of pace on the left and attack.
But we watched him against Iceland, and people said he was our best player, and he offered absolutely nothing.
No, I disagree.
Anyway, his end product.
Outrageous.
It is outrageous.
There you go. I've delivered the brief.
Outrageously stinky.
It does say outrageous. My outrageous prediction, to add to it, Ronald Koeman to be sacked before the Netherlands' last group game.
That is amazing.
You want specific? You've got specific. The Dutch love a bit of drama. They love slating a manager. They've done it to Van Gaal. They've done it to others in the past that I can't remember.
Probably Koeman again.
Koeman seems to
They're
have...
playing France second, I think, right?
Yeah.
So
and
they got Austria first. I think that might be right.
I think producer Marty might need to check up on that while we chat about it.
Are you saying 2 defeats and he's gone?
No, it's France-Austria first.
I think that... So France-Austria first, so it would be Netherlands-Poland.
Yeah, they're going to win that game.
They will, because Lewandowski's out injured.
But imagine if they don't. Imagine if they don't and Poland turn up. Is it Poland they got first?
Poland, France, Austria.
Poland, France, Austria. Okay. By that Austria game, Ronald Koeman will be out of a job because people know that guy, a little bit dicey. He's a little bit dicey. He ain't got it. He ain't got the acumen. So that's what I'm going to predict. It's a bit bold, but
very bold.
Good.
That's what we're here for.
It's fun. It's just fun and games.
As Simon said.
Apart from when you're slating Scotland.
Yeah, outrageous.
Apart from when you're attacking Scotland.
Yeah.
That's less so fun and games.
Yeah.
I'm not attacking him.
We can drop his personal address if you want it.
Not personally attacking the nation, just the football team.
Southgate. A lot of Southgate chat. He's basically said if he doesn't win, he's going. Good decision. Do you think he should go? Do you think he deserves a rest? Do you think he deserves a little 2-3 year holiday?
Rest.
I think
international managers are on flipping permanent rest until it comes to March, and then they've got 2 weeks of intense dealing with players. Training. Like, they don't need a rest. He doesn't need a rest. He needs to grow up. And yes, he also needs to go if he doesn't win this tournament. Because although the players have come out and said they want consistency and they want Gareth Southgate to stay, I just don't see them getting over the line. And I think you look at how he's dealt with the squad selection this time around. He's been a bit cutthroat, and he's brought in some players into the provisional 33-man squad that everyone was like, oh, wasn't expecting you to be here. And that's great for going forward. But then you also look at what he's done with the defence, and he's dropped arguably your best centre-back remaining in Jared Branthwaite, excluding John Stones because he's obviously a better player than Branthwaite but hasn't been available all season. Branthwaite's put in an unbelievable shift at Everton this year. And he's left-footed.
Yeah.
And he's dropped him for Lewis Dunk.
Do you think if Branthwaite plays for Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, does he get in the squad?
I don't think.
I think he would.
More than ever before, I think England aren't picking teams based on the clubs they play for. You can see that with Jarrod Bowen, with Eze, with the 4 Crystal Palace players. I really don't think it matters. I don't agree with taking Dunk over Branthwaite, but England don't have much experience, and Dunk's an older head. And I think that's basically all it's come down to.
What does having an older head do when you look at the experience of the likes of Jude Bellingham, the likes of Declan Rice, Jordan Pickford's your older head in the dressing room, Kyle Walker's an old head in the dressing room, Trent Alexander-Arnold's won a Champions League when he was 19 years old, Luke Shaw scored England's last final major goal at a final.
I agree.
Taking Lewis Dunk on the basis that he's an experienced head is bollocks, because then you look at it and they can bring in Tom Heaton as a training goalkeeper.
Love that, by the way. Love that, by the way.
As a training goalkeeper. It's like, that's there. Could Harry Maguire not come in as like a counsellor? Do you know what I mean? There's no reason to take someone like Lewis Dunk to a major tournament over someone with the potential ceiling.
I agree with you. Back to Southgate, I think he has been an exceptional England manager.
Yes,
I think he's taken the country so far forward. I think the negativity around him is ridiculous a lot of the time. I think it's very hard to win an international tournament. It wasn't his fault that we lost on penalties to Italy.
No.
We could have
probably won it before you got there, though.
Yeah, but I think we've done very, very well in the tournaments he's been in. We arguably should have beaten France at the World Cup. We'll see how this one goes. I think I would love nothing more than England to win the Euros and Southgate to have a crack at the World Cup.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately he's probably right, and he's probably right in announcing it now that he is going to leave, because then it's just like, well, there's no point criticising now. Let's just get behind it. It's his last tournament. And we can look to the future after the tournament and see. I mean, people will moan at the next manager and realise that Southgate wasn't that bad. But
yeah, true.
I think it's probably is time for him to move on after the tournament if England don't win it.
How long has he been England manager now?
2016 he got the job, I think. 2016, 2017.
You've got that tattooed on your hand.
Yeah. So, 8 years.
After Sam Allardyce. He got it interim first, yeah, that's right.
He's taken England to...
We
never thought we'd get to a final, let's be honest. Yeah. We always thought we should be in a final, but we never actually thought we'd get there.
From where we were with Iceland in 2016 to where we are now is great. If he's not the man to win as a tournament, he's not the man, but I think we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I also don't think there's many great candidates to probably...
Well, that's it. Well, let's quickly pull some names out of thin air. Who are you going for? Just the next candidate, it doesn't matter what job they're in now. Who are you going for?
I think Potter gets it.
Potter?
I think he's not got a job right now. I think he's waiting for a good job. I think he's turned down a couple of jobs, and to me that screams of a man who knows that England might come knocking after this summer.
Yeah.
I think Eddie Howe is another option, but I don't think he leaves Newcastle for England at this point.
No.
I also don't think he'd be very good as an international manager. And I think it's all set up for Graham Potter. You see names like, Mourinho's gone to Turkey, and
would be so good though. That would be my pick.
Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. But international managers, Didier Deschamps hasn't really got any club credibility. Roberto Martinez has had club management, not too much. Wigan. But you know what I mean? It's a completely different ball game. We're not going to get Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola, and our team would never play like them. So for me, I'd probably go Potter. Yeah,
I'd agree with Graham Potter, but I think the FA just like to mess around a little bit, and I can see someone who's not necessarily a great club manager getting a shot at the
Rafa Benitez is what I hear from you.
No, I'm talking.
Hello, is that Heidi Boothroyd?
I'm talking former England international.
No,
don't say it. You say Frankie or Stevie?
It could be.
Or was it?
I don't think it'll be Stevie. I think Rooney's trying to cut his cloth at club level, and he seems determined to do that. I genuinely could see someone like Frank Lampard in the next 5 years. Maybe not to replace Southgate, but I could see someone like Frank Lampard getting given an opportunity at England.
We don't want to though, do we?
I also think Lee Carsley's worth considering, under 21s. I mean, Southgate got promoted from the under 21s. It's not inspiring, and I don't think they'd do that again. But I feel like maybe the England manager after the England manager could be Lee Carsley.
Yeah. My choice is Jose. I just don't think there's anybody in the world who you'd rather go into battle with in a knockout tournament than Jose Mourinho.
We'd be playing a 5-3.
Unbelievable.
5-3.
How many players would leave? We've built this incredible atmosphere upon England, and it's just going to be players not wanting to turn up.
Yep.
All those miraculous injuries that you get just as the international break start. Oh,
Chris Smalling back in the team.
I'd have had him over Lewis Dunk, by the way.
Right, England versus Serbia. It all gets underway this Sunday evening. I think it's evening, 8 o'clock kickoff.
8 o'clock.
Stunning, what a time. Right, starting 11. Pickford's in goal.
Yep.
No argument.
No.
Straight through. Defence?
I think it's quite an obvious defence that will be picked. I think it'll be Walker, Stones, Gay and Trippier. I think there's an argument to be made that maybe Gomez should come in at left back, but I think Trippier's got the experience. I don't think there's any other options. I think when Luke Shaw's fit, he comes into the team.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
No,
I think I'd like Gay to be able to deal with, obviously, Mitrovic. There's an argument slightly for Konza, but obviously we all know it's going to be Gay because he's played alongside Stones. I think it's quite obvious.
But you think Konza may be the first sub on if you change
first reserves?
No, he'd be the first sub on in an event of a defensive crisis, injuries.
Yeah,
we'll get into injuries shortly. Nope. Keep him in Baden or wherever the camp is. Midfield. Going with a 3?
Yeah, 3 midfield.
It's going to be 4-2-3-1, isn't it?
It'll be.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be.
So do the 2.
It'll be Rice and Bellingham.
No, it won't.
That stinks.
Not in the pivot. I'm naming my. Go on, then. Can I just?
Name yours. Go on.
Let me talk.
Spit it out, please. Come on.
Rice, Bellingham.
He hasn't decided.
Kobe Mainoo.
Oh.
Starts.
Just say Mainoo next to Rice.
Yeah, Mainoo and Rice. Then,
Come on.
I'm just building anticipation.
Right.
Jesus.
I have come around to the thought of Trent Alexander-Arnold playing in midfield. Having read the reports that it's likely, and you'll see what I've done slightly further up, I think Trent will probably start in midfield next to Rice. I think he needs to be the quarterback, essentially.
Yeah.
He can provide the crosses, he can find the strikers. I think when we're struggling to break down a low block, which Serbia will provide, I think we'll play 5 at the back, he needs to be crossing the ball, he needs to be taking those shots from the edge of the box. He can provide an overlap for the right winger if needed. Let Kyle Walker just sit there and let Trent do some attacking from that position. I think that might work. Against a weak team, I think it's worth trying. And if it doesn't work, Mainoo, try someone else off the bench.
Yeah.
Obviously, I said that Trent might not be the one that works in my sort of team, but I can see why he's going to choose that. And as much as I don't think it's going to work, it's something that it's for the games against lesser sides where you're expected to have the ball, they're expected to be in a low block. So give it a go.
It's worth it.
You need someone like Trent who can pick out that.
His experience is also, if you're going to drop him, he's not going to be upset about it. He knows the game. He's not stupid.
There's also if it's 0-0 with 10 minutes, 20 minutes to go, you take Kyle Walker off and you put Trent right back and bring on a more expansive midfielder maybe. So I think there's options
Conor
there.
Gallagher. Smashing.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight of 2 minutes, I'd completely neglected Trent from my midfield thinking. So I think you're right.
All right, and Bellingham number 10, we've already discussed. That's obvious.
So front 3.
Kane up front.
Kane up top.
Kane,
obviously.
Saka, Foden, innit? It's going to be.
Kane, Saka, Foden. What are you going?
I don't know if Saka will start, given he only had 30 minutes. I think in the last friendly, I don't think he's the sharpest. I think he might come off the bench. What I would do is I'd have Foden on the right to start the first game and Gordon on the left.
Convenient that for his goal scorer pick.
Because I think, again, we need some pace, we need some direct running.
It's true.
I think if you're having Foden, Saka, Bellingham, Trent, I feel like you're putting all your creative players into a very small bit. Kane's going to drop deep. I feel we might be a bit, stodgy.
Yeah.
There's not much pace in this team. I think Foden's best position is off the right. In that free roll off the right. And with Trent and Walker, you don't need the width on that side.
Yeah.
You can the fullbacks can provide the width on that side, whereas on the left, you've got Kieran Trippier at left back. He's not going to be,
bombing forward.
He's not doing the Luke Shaw role.
No.
So you have to have a winger on that side.
He's almost going to be Trent on the left, sort of spraying passes.
I think you have to have a winger on the left wing. And if you have Foden and Trippier, I just feel like we're playing.
I suppose Trippier and Gordon have already got the connection as well, playing together. So
that's what I do. And then
smart cookie, Simon.
Thank you. I've thought about this.
But I'm not going with that. I'm going with Foden on the left and I'm going to go Palmer on the right.
Okay.
Saka's not going to be fit. I also don't think Saka is going to really suit playing against the likes of Denmark. Absolutely. His sort of game, you're going to get a little bit more space. I think he's best probably running at the byline because he cuts in and he isn't as good as cutting in as a Palmer is. And you can already see the sort of first goal where Palmer cuts in and Trent sort of follows it round to the right and he sweeps it down low and Kane's at the front post and it probably deflects to someone else and then Bellingham scores.
I wouldn't be against.
You could have left it.
Watch that happen in the first 20 minutes. When that happens in the first 20 minutes, thank you very much. I'll accept my CBE.
Yeah. I was going to mention Jarrod Bowen, but I think he will. Nope. I think if England need a direct runner on one side, I think Bowen might be given a chance. I don't know why we've got 4 left-footed right wingers, but here we are.
I think Jarrod Bowen can sit in the stands just one seat in front of Lewis Dunk.
Yeah, because he's actually good at football.
He's slightly better at football.
Right, which is what's the worst possible injury England could get?
Rice.
Rice?
No,
Wharton is a straight replacement.
I think you'd have to say.
Oh, it'd be Kane actually in time. Yeah.
No, I disagree. I think
really.
I think if Pickford gets injured, we are.
You are knackered. You are knackered.
Aaron Ramsdale's going to be playing, and we are knackered. If John Stones gets injured, we are maybe nearly as knackered. But I'll probably say Pickford because if Stones doesn't play, we're going Konsa or Duncan Gay. That's not winning a tournament.
It's going to be Konsa and Gay, isn't it?
If Pickford gets injured, we've got Aaron Ramsdale in goal and we're not winning a tournament.
so bad against Iceland.
I think if Kane
if Kane gets injured, you just try Tony and see what happens. And I think the players around him, he's not as good, obviously. He's not going to score as many goals, but he plays a similar sort of role. Yeah. I don't think the players around him are going to suffer that much. No. Whereas if Pickford gets injured, we're done. So.
No, but I think the goals that Kane's able to pop up with, the likes of Watkins and Tony can't pop up with those. They need that extra second. They need that extra yard of space.
So would you in a quarter-final or semi-final rather have Kane out or Pickford out?
20 minutes later.
I'd rather have...
Come on. TikTok here.
What? Like not playing?
Yeah, injured.
Pickford. It's terrible, but I think the defence. It's a shocking place to be. But I think you can kind of protect the goalkeeper a bit more. You'd hope just by being a bit more wary defensively. And Declan Rice can sit that extra 5 yards deeper. The defence can compact a little bit more. But you can't compensate for not having a number 9.
Okay.
And Ollie Watkins isn't.
You can when you got other number 9s.
It's your opinion. I'll let you have it. But yeah,
but it's wrong.
Interesting.
Right. I'm not denying it though. Pickford is.
Can you hear that? Because it's trivia time. Producer Marty, welcome to the floor. Please hit us with your trivia questions.
So nice and easy. Basically, I'm going to give you a tournament name, and I want all the England goal scorers from that tournament. So we'll go around the table. We'll start with Steve, Simon, Sam, and we'll go until
last man standing.
Yeah. Went well for me this time.
Beautiful. Well, yes, you were fantastic last week.
So we're naming the England goal scorers.
Every goal scorer from the following Euros, and Marty will deliver the Euros.
So first up, Euro 2020.
It's reasonable.
So I'll start with myself. We'll go with Harry Kane.
Raheem Sterling.
I don't like these games.
There's 3 more for you to go.
Yes.
I've got one. You'll have the same one.
Are you done, Zoe? You out?
Come on.
I'm not going to be done, Zoe. I'm going to go... don't like it. Harry Maguire.
Yes.
Oh, good answer. Luke Shaw.
Of course.
Scored in the final. You literally said it 20 minutes ago.
And I think it was his first England goal. Jordan Henderson scored against Ukraine.
Yeah,
You done it?
Bob.
Is that it? Is that your last 2020?
That is knowledge. Max
There
Rashford.
was also own goal, but I wasn't going to make you sit around after that.
Right. Next tournament.
Euro 2016.
Dairy me.
I just have no memories of Euro 2016 apart from. Am I first?
Yeah.
Eric Dyer's free kick.
Yes. Another memory I have. Daniel Sturridge's last-minute winner against Wales.
Ooh.
Well, I'll jump on the bandwagon and go Jamie Vardy then, please.
Also correct. You got one more.
Just one.
We were so bad. But I think he scored a penalty against Iceland.
He did.
It was Wazza. Wayne Rooney. We are flying.
So easy, this.
We are flying.
This one's a little bit harder, I think. 2012.
Where was it in 2012? That Ukraine?
Poland and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Roy Hodgson.
Oh,
Sam, do you want to start this one?
fabulous.
No, not at all. But we will. We'll go Wayne Rooney again.
Yep.
Andy Carroll.
Yep.
Oh, you stink of shit. Was he playing? Sturridge? No. Yeah, fuck off.
Very well. Sam?
I saw the England team from this Euros the other day, and it was a bad one.
Couldn't guess any of them though, could you?
No, couldn't. Did Steven Gerrard score?
Did not.
Do you know who did score?
He needs to get this to win.
Danny Welbeck.
Yep.
And
Ooh, look at me.
Theo Walcott.
Yep.
In a 3-2 win against Ukraine.
Why do we play Ukraine every time?
And is that it? Is there more?
You got one more goal scorer.
Kyle Norton.
Is a defender.
Gary Cahill. Oh, who is it?
Julian Lescott.
Lescott against France.
Fair play, fair play. Well, it's 1-0 Simon. We'll keep going through these Euros. Next up,
2004.
glorious years.
What did you tell? Oh, yeah.
Simon to start this time then, please.
2004.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney.
I don't know why I should. Joe Cole. Oh, really?
2006.
God, he's shite then, isn't he?
Paul Scholes.
Disgrace.
Yep.
Frank Lampard.
Sol Campbell.
Disallowed.
Was it?
Against Portugal.
I knew he'd scored, but I didn't know if
Who did we play?
he'd allowed it.
Unlucky.
Um,
Gotta get it to win.
how many? Is there more?
Who have you got? So you got Rooney.
Lampard and Scholes. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Two more.
2 more.
I mean, I'm out, so.
Mine. I know what my next guess would
Played
have been.
Switzerland, beat Croatia.
Oh, I think I've got it actually.
Then
That's it.
lost to Portugal. Oh, Owen, right?
Yeah.
Michael Owen.
And who's the last one, Steve?
Is he?
Nah.
So you're from 2006, mate.
I don't know. I was young.
Former teammate of Michael Owens at Club.
Oh, yeah, he only played for about 9 clubs.
Gerrard. Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay, it's good. We done well there.
Smashing Euro 2000 next, I
Yeah.
believe.
Last one. Euro
Last
2000.
one. Wow.
Where was Euro 2000?
I think France.
It was in.
That was good.
Yeah,
right.
it was.
It was.
Unbelievable.
Was it? No.
Unbelievable.
Belgium, Netherlands.
Belgium. France won it.
Shit house.
France won it.
Right. I'm just going to guess Michael Owen.
Yep.
Smash him.
Couldn't tell you.
2000.
Couldn't tell you any players.
Alan Shearer.
Yep. Got 2.
I could not tell you a single player. Davy May.
It's only 4 years from Euro 2004. So.
Mate, I was 2.
I was 1.
Trying to think of who else played. I don't know. I don't know. I'm out.
2 left, both current pundits.
Hey.
Pundits.
Ah, Ian Wright.
That's Euro 2000. He never got picked for England.
He never got picked for England.
Both TNT.
Both TNT. Rio?
I know it. Well, no, I don't.
Well, that's my guess,
I'll be
gone.
mile off.
So, yeah, you're out now because you fucked it way too long.
I don't.
Simon, your last hope.
Did Scholes again?
Yep.
Oh, as if. Last one is it Gerrard?
Nope.
Lampard?
Nope. Yep.
Steve McMahon.
Stevie Mackey! Bloody hell.
Right, that's what we did last long.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Simon
yeah.
wins
So-
that.
I like this game.
So, right, should we count that as a point, or should
that's a point.
Is he 3-0 up? It's a point.
Yeah, it's a point.
It's
one section.
Get on the scoreboard.
It's one section.
You won 3-0 last week, so... Right, second part. Marty, take it away.
Yep, so we've got England's starting 11 from their Euro 2020 opener against Croatia.
Goalkeeper, Pickford.
Yes. So we're going round again?
Yeah.
Okay. Calvin Phillips started.
He did indeed.
Scored, didn't he?
Assisted.
Oh, yeah. Assisted who, though? Sam? Come on.
Well, I'm just going to say Kyle Walker.
No, never mind.
Yep.
He didn't start, actually. He's only in the third group games onwards. John Stones.
Correct.
Tyrone Mings.
Oh, T Mings. Love that.
I thought that'd stump you, but yeah, no. That was him.
Luke Shaw. Did not start. Who's...
Is it
on? He's still got... Oh, he did.
No way!
Stanley Bloody Rose. No, I'm joking.
That's a guess, that, though.
It bloody wasn't.
He's out.
right, well, I'm just going to move up the field because I can't be bothered guessing and getting it wrong. So, Rice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kieran Trippier.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in my Chilwell, wasn't it? So,
well, you have to Luke Shaw.
Kane.
Yep.
Sterling.
Yep. Scored.
2020.
Saka.
No.
Shite.
Is it?
So you've got the number 10 and one of the wingers left.
2020. Who's playing on the wings?
Come on. Best years of your life.
I was stuck inside. Number 10. Do we even have a number 10? Who's playing in
Clearly.
this team?
Marty knows ball.
I mean, this is a number 10 as per UEFA's match report, so it could be a third midfielder.
Well, surely not Henderson. No. Need a winger. I'll go Henderson. Don't think it was.
Right, well, we're back in the game then, aren't we? Ooh, which winger do I go for?
Well, Sterling played on one of the wings.
Sterling would have been on the right, surely.
Oh.
Surely.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Was it him? Or was it him? And I'm going to go with Jack Grealish.
No chance.
Teammate.
Foden didn't start that, did he? Fuck off. He's shite then as well.
I was going to say Rashford, but...
Yeah, I was going to say Rashford.
How many positions have we got left?
One more.
Wait, is it a winger?
It is.
No. He has played on the wing a little bit, but it's not his primary
This is
position.
tragic.
The 10. Who's going to be the 10 this year? Is it him?
Big favourite of Gareth Southgate at the time.
Mason Mount.
Oh, I forgot about it. I forgot it even existed.
Mason Mount, yeah. Oh, interesting. We've progressed in 4 years. It's very different.
We really have. So you are absolutely smashing this quiz, Simon. It's getting a bit uncompetitive, to be honest.
Sorry.
We're just here to take part.
No,
He's here to take over.
You are? Jesus.
I was only 2.
Trivia part 3.
Part 3. So, according to Goal.com, Gareth Southgate has given debuts to 7 teenagers during his reign as England manager. Name them.
Sam, you start.
This is hard. I don't know if I know any, by the way.
Jude Bellingham's a teenager. Well, he was, at least.
That is very good.
It's great knowledge.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what teenagers we've had.
I think.
Some pretty big names in here.
Yeah. God's sake.
Rashford was before. But, Kobe Mainoo.
Yes. He's not actually on this list, but that's more recent. Than
We're going to get it out of the way with Mason Greenwood. Done.
Yep.
Next.
Kyle Saka.
Yes. Adam Morton. Is he a teenager?
I actually don't know. Is he not like 19?
Can you Google how old Adam Morton
He's 20, but when does the teenager cap? Is it
Probably when you turn 20.
Is it 20? So then he's
Probably when you turn 20.
So he's out.
He's a teenager till he's 20.
Yeah.
Is he 20?
Yeah.
When was he 20?
No, he's been 20, mate.
Ah,
He
okay.
turned 20 in February.
Oh, just as well.
Never mind. I'm out. It's between
Yeah,
you guys.
right.
I
Finally,
bow to
a
your
point on the
superior
table.
knowledge.
So you've got 4 more because we've got the addition of Fabi.
Okay, sound. Foden.
No.
Nah, too shit to play when he's a teenager, wasn't he?
Really? I am surprised about that.
Disgrace. This sounds like I really hate Foden, by the way. I don't hate him, he just doesn't do anything for England. So
When he produces, you won't hate him.
yeah, that's fine. Like against Wales in the last World Cup. Good
we
times.
had any teenage defenders?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, I don't think we did.
Right, come on, let's have an answer.
Right.
Have an answer.
5, 4,
Do that 4.
3. Because then I get another go. 3, 2, 1.
Curtis Jones.
Oh, it's a good shout, yo. It's a good shout.
I'll give you a hint. One of them is a very big name in 2 sentences.
Jan Vennegoor of Hesseling.
Is it just Branthwaite? No.
He's older, isn't he? Yeah.
I don't know how old he is. He's from Carlisle. He might be 35.
Big name. Long.
Tim Large. Sam, it's back to you anyway, lad.
Kyle Walker-Peters.
Is he a defender?
What are you thinking around right lines?
Oh, it's the other flipping
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yowza! But to be fair,
I was thinking about him, but I wasn't sure because he's now. Is he not 25? So I didn't know if he'd fit in the time frame. But then Gareth Southgate's been there since 2016, so it makes sense.
Who else did we have? Did we miss?
Teenager sensation, Jesse Lingard.
One very big name, 2 small names. All
did someone say?
Premier League players.
Did you say Bellingham?
Yeah,
Jadon Sancho.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the bigger name.
Oh, disgrace.
The other 2, both Premier League players, though.
I don't think we're going to
I'm
get
thinking
them, are we,
Tottenham.
really?
Has he given a debut to Lewis Hall?
No.
Lewis Cook.
No, he's well.
Lewis Cook might be.
Another double barrel.
I don't think we're going to get it, are we? Surely.
No, who's he play for?
Name.
Nottingham Forest.
Oh, Gibbs White.
Gibbs White. Did he play for England?
No, no, he didn't actually.
Not.
Famously.
I think he plays for Forest.
Hudson Odoi.
Ah, there you go.
Nice. England cap.
Jesus.
He won the treble winner.
You see.
John Stones wasn't a teenager, was he?
Neither was Scott Carson.
Rico Lewis.
Yeah.
It's a great shout.
That's a great shout. That's very good from you, Steve.
Yowza! Right, are we
That's a
done?
good little trivia, that.
Are we done there, young Marcy? Thank you very much, sir. Right, that will be all. Thanks very much for joining us for the Sportsman Untitled Euros edition. We will be back after England's game against Serbia next week, and we're going to be breaking it down. We're going to be just saying what we want really about
After
that.
an Anthony Gordon hat-trick.
After Anthony Gordon hat-trick and Phil Foden gets subbed off after 20 minutes for him. So
And after Scotland have beaten Germany, so we can go back to Sam Penfold.
Wee. Lawrence Shanklin back post bang. Love that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you follow the Sportsman on all the relevant channels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a like. If you don't like us, get in the comments. We love to see it.